Hey everyone, welcome to Zenny62. It's with no small consideration that we as a country look very closely at who the next Supreme Court justice is going to be. It's a process that has grown with us over the past 40 years. It was at its most intense during the confirmation of Clarence Thomas and the complaints that were offered by Anita Hill. Today, it's reached a place where it's arguably much higher, because while Clarence Thomas was accused of doing some things that, were kind of like, hey, not so cool at all in the workplace, what DC Circuit Judge Brett Kavanaugh is being accused of is rape. That's powerful. There's a part of me that says, the minute that word is introduced into the vetting of a potential Supreme Court justice, it's probably a good idea that we stop the process altogether and do some heavy investigating. Let me take the probably out of my sentence. That's a powerful accusation. And Ms. Ford did not choose her words loosely. So let's make sure that we get this right. There are people who just want him to be found guilty of something to get rid of him, because they don't like that the 45th president, Donald Trump, has earned the right to pick yet another Supreme Court justice. And the bad news is, the way things are going, he may very well be able to pick a third, if not a fourth. It's just the timing of things. But right now, we're looking at number 2, and that's Brett Kavanaugh. My take is simply that if he's not going to be confirmed, let it be for real, just, honest reasons. Not something made up, not something based purely on hearsay, not something that has anything to do with an untruth. Therefore, in order to clear this matter, an FBI investigation must be done as soon as humanly possible. Someone said that Brett Kavanaugh already answered questions about the Ford matter, and that he answered them fully aware that he was or could be found in violation of law if it was discovered that he was lying. That transcript hasn't been made public if that occurred. But let's make it public. Let's make as much of the process public as we can to get this over with. And for another reason, because, look, we're in an era where more women than ever before are running for office. But it's because they're angry. That should not be a reason to run for office. Women should run for office because they feel they're the best person for the job that they're running for. It shouldn't be out of anger, because it implies that, hey, once the anger dies down, you know what? The flood tide of candidates will go back to its normally extremely low ebb. And that doesn't do anyone any good. So we have to make sure that we're repairing society so that not just sons and daughters, but someone in their 70s or 80s who's female, who's emboldened and empowered by what they see are new female freedoms, is encouraged to run for and work to win political office. So for those reasons and many more, aside from the fact that it's just right to do, the investigation should happen. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube.